In the twilight of the ancient world, before time ticked in the hearts of men, before the seas were named and the skies claimed, there was chaos, the unshaped void from which all things came. From chaos rose Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. And from their divine union sprang the first generation of cosmic rulers, the Titans. But this is not their story. This is the tale of their overthrower, Zeus, born not as a king, but as a hidden child, destined to shake the heavens. Zeus was the youngest son of the Titan Cronus and the Titaness Rhea. Cronus, gripped by a prophecy that one of his own children would rise up and usurp him, swallowed each of them at birth: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, trapping them in the darkness of his belly. But when Rhea gave birth to her final child, she hid him on the island of Crete. There, in a cave beneath Mount Ida, Zeus was raised in secret. A goat named Amalthea suckled him, and a band of warrior spirits called the Curetes danced and clashed their swords to mask his cries. Once grown, Zeus confronted Cronus, forcing him to vomit up his siblings. With their help, and the mighty Titans Oceanus and Prometheus, he waged war in the heavens, a conflict known as the Titanomachy. For 10 years, the sky thundered with the wrath of gods, until at last Cronus fell, and Zeus claimed the throne of Olympus. Zeus, now the supreme ruler of the gods, the king of Mount Olympus, and the divine arbiter of justice, law, and fate. His dominion stretches across the sky and weather. Lightning bends to his will, clouds rumble at his breath, and thunder speaks his wrath. He wields the thunderbolt, forged by the Cyclops during the war against the Titans, a weapon of divine authority that none dare challenge. He commands not only physical forces, but also the order of gods and men, oaths, hospitality, kingship, all sacred under his gaze. Zeus was mighty beyond measure. As the god of the sky, thunder, lightning, law, order, and justice, and king of the Olympians, his power was unmatched. But even Zeus, for all his divine glory, was far from flawless. Zeus was prideful and wrathful. He punishes harshly those who defy him, and if he swears on the river Styx, he cannot break his word, even if it backfires. A clear example of his obsession with control was the punishment he gave to Prometheus. For daring to give fire to mankind, Zeus chained him to a rock where a vulture would feast on his liver each day. By night, it would regenerate, a cycle of endless torment crafted by the king of gods himself. His greatest weakness was his insatiable lust. Zeus was irresistibly drawn to beauty. Mortal or divine, it made no difference. To satisfy his desires, he would take on many forms. A man, a bull, even a bird. Whatever it took to seduce those he craved and make them fall for him. From his many unions came gods, heroes, and legends. Athena, born fully grown from Zeus's own forehead, goddess of wisdom and war. With Hera he had 3 children: Ares, the god of war, Hebe, the goddess of youth, and Hephaestus, the god of the forge. With Leto he had the twins Apollo, god of the sun, and Artemis, goddess of the hunt. With Demeter he had Persephone, the queen of the underworld. With Maia came Hermes, the messenger god. With Semele he had Dionysus, god of wine and ecstasy. With Alcmene came Heracles, also known as Hercules, the greatest Greek hero. With Danae he had Perseus, slayer of Medusa. With Europa came Minos, the king of Crete. He would go on to have Helen of Troy and many more. Each child carried a spark of his divinity, often reshaping fate itself. His countless affairs, with goddesses, nymphs, and mortal women, ignited Hera's wrath, stirred feuds among the gods, and caused chaos across the mortal world. Though flawed, Zeus did not seize the throne through fear or rule with blind tyranny. His kingship was earned through war, diplomacy, and wisdom. He spared the Titan Oceanus, recognizing his value, and even honored Prometheus despite the sting of betrayal. When monsters like Typhon rose to challenge Olympus, Zeus stood unshaken. He hurled thunderbolts that split mountains and lit the skies, casting the beast down into the depths of Tartarus. He punished the wicked, rewarded piety, and tested kings and mortals alike. He walked among mortals in disguise. Zeus wasn't loved by all, but he was respected by every being in existence. For he was the one who kept cosmic balance, the one who settled disputes among gods, and the one who punished oath breakers.